there was a suggestion made that the recovery process might take 10 to 20 years here. What do you say to that?
Well, in the majority of oil spills, the recovery time has been between 3 and 5 years.
And were they surprised at the bounce back?
No, this has been seen before. Basically, if one looks at the Brea spill in the Shetland, the report there, written by an independent professor from Aberdeen, again said it was remarkable how resilient the ecosystem was.
And that was off Aberdeen?
That was off Shetland,
Shetland.
off the Shetland Isles, yes.
Which didn't have the advantages of being in the Gulf of Eden?
No, cold temperatures and 80,000 tonnes of oil.
Here, we've been told, we understand, some 1,200 kilometres of coastline were initially impacted by oil spill from this particular rig. But now there are only some 40 kilometres which have either moderate or more than moderate impact
Yes.
remaining.
Yes.
3.5% of the total a year on.
Yes.
Is that something which surprises you or does not surprise you? And in any event, can you give us any indication as to why it should have reduced so dramatically?
I don't think it surprises me. Again, if one looks back at other oil spills, again, talking of the Sea Empress, this happened in February of 1966. By Easter time, the beaches were open, so much so that the mayor of Tenby gave a party for the responders to say how well you did. 18 months later, the cleanup was virtually complete, and as I've said, in most of the areas I've just talked about, the recovery was complete, or well on the way within 2 years.
Put shortly, can one say that there was undoubtedly short-term impact, but the impact was indeed short-term?
Indeed. There are always going to be short-term impacts, and I think I quoted Mr. Jonathan Porritt, who was saying that however horrendous the short-term impacts are from an oil spill, they are not nearly as serious as the permanent loss of habitat, and he was quoting to things like development and concreting over large areas.